Guys, I'm really excited about this because we are going to talk about the best under $30 knife you're going to find on Amazon right now. It's pretty good. I just wish it wasn't orange. Let's turn this around and take a look at it from above. So guys, this is, like I said in the intro, one of those companies, Ganzo Knives, with their FB knife brand, has really impressed me with a lot of their offerings. This is the FB. Now they don't have names. This is the FH922 in D2 steel. And this thing is absolutely amazing. So today was my first carry on this, and I have to say, this thing is a freaking laser. There have been a few of their knives that have really impressed me. Now, in all transparency, Ganzo sent this knife to me for review. So this could possibly be the best possible version of this, as Nick Shabazz always used to like to point out. But I gotta say, I've seen a bunch of their knives recently, and they've all been really good. So this is a very nice blade shape. Drop point, maybe almost like we used to call them bolo style knives, where it was like it got skinny, then fat, had the spine was rounded over. It's kind of a drop. It's basically a drop point with all belly. Now, the nice thing about this is all belly, but it's done in a very gentle radius. That means you can do a lot of heavy duty cutting like you would on a much straighter blade, but still have some radius to get around things. And I absolutely love that. This is in D2, and this is one of the thinnest, like cheap budget knives. These are like under $50, I believe. I haven't looked up the price. I will put a price down here, but if you take a look right here at this image, I took a picture of it. It is very thin behind the edge. If I remember right, it was 0.017. Now, for a budget production knife, that is very good. And a lot of that has to do with the width of the blade. It's a very broad blade. And they did a full flat grind on this and then ground in your swedge. So it gets a very good look. I have to say, it's one of the most consistent grinds I've had on a real, like an absolute budget knife in a long time. There's no hiccup at the plunge, and you don't have an asymmetrical tip to speak of. So they did a really good job on it. As far as in hand, it's really comfortable. It is a very comfortable knife to cut with. It's not got anything fancy about it. It's just a pretty straightforward handle. It's done in a liner lock, but the action on this is just brilliantly good. It is just shy of fall shut, just a little shake shut. The textured G10 is really good. It has got flipper on it that is definitely a unique looking flipper, but it's not uncomfortable. It's just a really round flipper. It looks like a keychain fob, but that would defeat the purpose of it being a flipper. And then you've got a lanyard hole back here if that's something you want. On this one, I don't really care so much because it is a pretty straightforward knife, but it's been executed really well. G10 backspacer, lots of weight reduction in this, and it's a very light knife, by the way. Really light and comfortable. And out of the pocket clip is just shy of perfect. I've really started, even though I hadn't been a fan of these pocket clips because they do move, I have found that the comfort level you get from these, like this just looks like a bent paper clip. Super comfortable. Like I said, the handle just the right amount of texturing on that G10, and they've given you a spot, a placeholder to keep gunk out of your spot for your reversible pocket clip. So at this price point, this is a banger. This is like absolutely would recommend buy a couple of these, put them in your tackle box, your toolbox, things like that. Now, I don't remember if it comes in any other colors because I haven't looked. I think I asked them when they sent it if it came in other colors. I was like, do you have any other colors for it? Because orange is not my choice of color, but I've only found a couple of small bad things about this knife. And we'll talk about those right after a quick intermission. Guys, there are few things I'm as picky about as my coffee, and I love to have the freshest possible coffee. So what better company than Coffee Brand Coffee that is providing you on-demand roasted coffee? They don't even roast the beans until you order your coffee. They're providing it on demand delivered to your door, the freshest coffee possible. And because I'm picky, I've picked companies that absolutely support what I believe in. There is no chance that Coffee Brand Coffee is going to support causes that I don't believe in, because there's no BS, there's no politics, no activism dollars. They take all of my money and put it back into the company, and they take your money and they support channels like mine. So please go check out Coffee Brand Coffee. Coupon code Crazy Sharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, saves you 5% at checkout. Support the channel, support what they're doing. It's great. So first of all, it's orange. It is very orange. If it was any more orange, it would be green. That is one of the main ones. But there are a couple small little things that I will say. When I first got it, it had a little bit of lock stick. And I think that has to do, and it comes and it goes. And I think a lot of it has to do with the amount of lubricant that they use on these knives. It gets lubrication on this and allows that lock bar to kick over further into the radius than you want it to, and then it sticks. It typically sticks like after you've been cutting, like when you've been putting pressure on the knife and manipulating the knife. Not so much there. The jimping on the spine is really soft, and there's not much of it. I wish they had just not put it there. And then I think they could have gotten away without the jimping on the flipper. You really don't need it. It's a well-designed flipper. I mean, it does give you some grip on that, but it's just not something that's really, really necessary. And then just the final thing, I think I would have liked it a little bit more if they had coated the blade. It's D2. It's D2, and it's going to rust real quick. Even though as much as I like this, it's going to start and corrode. And one final thing, because it is first day of pocket. It's a little, just ever so slightly off center. It does favor, as you can see, the show scale ever so slightly. But you know, for what you're paying, it's a lot of knife. This is a very, very good knife. I absolutely love this so far. This will probably get a good bit of carry. The action on it is amazingly good for such a cheap knife. So we'll carry this. I'll give it a full review. Absolutely big shout out to Ganzo for sending things along. They are actually really cool about it, and they're not asking for like they're asking for honest reviews, not for like, oh, we'll send you the stuff, but you got to give us a good review. So let's turn this around, do some final lots, and send you out about your day. Yeah, guys, big shout out to Jared for having opened my eyes to the Ganzo knives, and big shout out to Ganzo for starting to send knives to me. This is probably the best $25 knife on Amazon. It really is. There's a lot going for it. It just is a laser. And, you know, really at $25, if you don't like it, that's not that big of a deal. So, you guys know what to do. Give videos a thumbs up, share, subscribe, all those things. Support the channel if you want to support the channel financially. A couple ways you can do it financially. I've got a couple sponsors, Tempered Trail, and Coffee Brand Coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee, the link down below has the coupon code built into it. So does Tempered Trail, but you can use coupon code Crazy Sharp, all one word. You can also use that coupon code to save 5% over at two other vendors. That's a coupon code, saves you 5% across the board for all these. Fair & Forge Knife Works and Rosecraft Knives also have a 5% discount when you use coupon code Crazy Sharp, all one word. I have an Amazon store where you can pick this up down below. Take that link, pin it to your browser, use it for any Amazon shopping you're going to do. It doesn't cost anything at checkout, and it supports the channel. And I have a membership where I give a lot of benefits. I like to think I give some of the most benefits of any channel out there with a membership. I've got tier-based, all 3 tiers. I get access to my Gilded server, which is just like Discord. It's a private chat server. They also get early access to videos. When I post them, they get them immediately, and then they go live to everyone else. And they get exclusive content. The baseline and premium guys get all of that, plus they get giveaways that I do on the Gilded server. And the premium guys get everything, plus they have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube. Guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comments section. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. And I'll see you next time.